Hi, hello. Here we are at 16 ENISE, and we're joined by John Howie from Bayer. Hi, John. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
We just had an interesting keynote that you gave a very interesting title, The Art of the Deal. What deal are you talking about, and why should we care?
Well, that's a great question. Most businesses engage in some form of deal making, either buying other companies or getting into joint ventures or licensing deals. And that's what we're talking about, is whenever you're transferring or acquiring intellectual property, particularly pre-patent trade secrets, that's the information that your company would consider the crown jewels that you want to protect the most.
What do you think, and what would you recommend us to take a closer look to? What is the weak point that we have within those deals that you mentioned?
Yeah, there's risk in every deal that a company makes. Unfortunately, most companies don't consider cybersecurity risk, and you really need to perform due diligence of the deal, understanding what you're going to be doing, what you're buying, who you're sharing your information with. And once you understand that, then you can build risk treatment plans to mitigate any identified risk, to protect your intellectual property, and to preserve the value of the deal. The last thing you want to do is buy a company and then find that the company has no true value to you, because its intellectual property has already been compromised.
You gave us a very clear and specific process of how to do it, made of 4 big steps, in which due diligence appears right at the beginning. You start off a very, due diligence, not a deep one, a full due diligence, and then you go into a more full due diligence. Where could we, is it a global process? Where can we find those steps? What would you recommend the people that are watching to go to do it in-house, to go to external vendors online? How can we get hold of that fantastic and clear process you explained?
Well, first of all, grab a copy of my slides or watch the presentation if it's available online from the organizers, the conference afterwards. Get in touch with me, I'll happily share the information. The good news is that there's a lot of good advice out there on the internet about how to do due diligence in deal making, especially cybersecurity due diligence. And we personally at Bayer, we use open source and freely available frameworks to perform due diligence, which other companies can use as well. We use the NIST cybersecurity framework. We use what they call a special publication 800-218, and these contain all the resources you really need. The key thing though is your IT department, your cybersecurity department, they need to be involved in deal making, and unfortunately the businesses often overlook them.
Yes, we heard you, and I highly recommend you watch that. If you missed it, watch John's keynote, because it's extremely in-depth and extremely clear. Just to finalize, John, first time at ENISE, what did you think? What impression are you taking back to the US?
Oh, this is a wonderful conference. I've been to conferences of all sizes. I'm very impressed by the quality of the attendees, the exhibitors here in the exhibit hall, and then the sessions themselves have been truly fantastic. It's been a wonderful conference, a great experience.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, John. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing your knowledge with us, and hopefully we'll see you next year.
That would be fantastic. I would love that. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.